when you think of a robotics competition, what roles on a team do you think of? Programming, engineering, strategy, even maybe? But you probably won't even think about graphic design. But in reality, graphic design is a huge part of FIRST robotics. But wait, how? What does art even have to do with a robotics competition? But before we answer that question, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell. And make sure to share with all your friends and family. Also, in the description, there's a few links that you should check out. First, there's our website and our Instagram, which are amazing, by the way. And then, if you really want to support us, there's our Buy Me a Coffee page. And just to let you know, your support will be much appreciated. Thanks, and now, on to the video. But wait, why am I talking about graphic design? I don't even do graphic design on the team. Instead, let me pass it over to our graphic design lead, Isabella.
Hi, my name is Isabella. I'm the graphic design lead for FGC Team 21962, the Raging Cybots. A little bit of what I do. I am in charge of picking and implementing our theme. I'm in charge of logo design, business cards, kind of the visual design of our portfolio as well, just the art for our YouTube, and t-shirts as well.
Great, now I have Isabella explaining her graphic design process. But back to the question, what does graphic design even have to do with First Tech Challenge? Why do we even need a graphic design lead? Well, an interesting fact about First Tech Challenge is that it doesn't just teach kids STEM skills, it also teaches them business skills. We have to operate like an organization, and just like any other organization, we have to have a business and design team. Design is a huge part of marketing. How are we supposed to market ourselves or show ourselves without graphic design? We need a logo, we need a cohesive theme, we need to be recognizable, we need to market, and without the graphic design, that's impossible. One of the most important parts with marketing graphic design is our team logo, which we did rebrand this year. Here's a little bit about it.
Since you're obviously already subscribed, I'm sure that you have seen this logo. This is our current logo. It was designed by me, and it's actually not our first logo. Our first logo was actually this one. And the reason why we made the switch was because, so our past logo was actually inspired by this thing from Persona 5. I don't play Persona 5 enough to know what it is, but I'm sure Izzy can explain it right around there. But so we were a little bit concerned about copyright laws and also just general artistic integrity, so we ended up changing it. Some of the issues that I faced with designing the logo, being able to implement everything in a way that showed kind of what we're all about. Because it had to implement the theme, but it also had to show that we are, in fact, a robotics team, which is why I ended up with the electric lights coming out the bottom. And then, as well as the actual game theme with all sorts of different games. And the design was pretty much finished, but then I realized that I did it on. I designed through Ibis Paint, and the painting size that I chose had too small of pixels. And if we had gone with the one that I originally designed, then everything, our logo would have been blurry everywhere because I made it too small. One of our mentors ended up recommending this app. Oh, I don't remember what it's called. I'll have Izzy put it right here. But I was going to be using that because the way that it works is that you end up drawing with vectors, which means that no matter how much you zoom in, it's never going to be blurry. It's always just going to be like perfectly straight line. Theoretically, that would be an amazing app. It would work perfectly, but my issue was I did not have a whole bunch of time to figure out an entirely new app. I ended up just going back to Ibis Paint and just making the actual pixel size of the art piece just a lot bigger, like a lot bigger, big enough to the point where it would never be an issue.
So that's our logo done, but we also wanted something to increase our recognizability, something that said, that's the Raging Cybots, something that was unique about us. Something unique, like a theme.
So how we came up with our theme was actually a little bit underwhelming. We pretty much were just going to our league meets last season, And we were just kind of thinking, whoa, it would be kind of cool if we all coordinated outfits and just coordinated something that we would all wear so that people could be able to look at us and be like, those are the Raging Cybots. And so we were just kind of looking around. We're like, oh, well, what's in this room? And there happened to be a deck of Uno cards. And so I was thinking, I can do something with this. And then I proceeded to go on a very, very long design streak. And I ended up designing a whole bunch of stuff. I designed our outfits, which picture right here of our outfits. We essentially just dressed super duper fancy, super professionally. And then we had our top hats, which I also designed with the red, like deep red and gold ribbons, and then we would have our own wild cards, and we called our robot the wild card. And then we also designed a little bit, we implemented a little bit of our team theme onto the robot as well, as you can see here. Now that was all well and good with Uno, but we didn't really want to keep the same theme. And so we decided that we were going to change our theme every year, which this season was chess. And since we didn't actually get to implement it as much as I would have liked, we're probably going to do chess again next season. But this season, most of the time that I spent doing was essentially just designing the logo, designing the t-shirts.
Speaking of the t-shirts, how are those going? Well, we haven't got our t-shirts up on a site yet. However, we basically finished designing them. We're just in the finalization phase. So you'll probably get to see our t-shirts soon. But wait, what's even the point of making t-shirts?
And then one idea that we actually had to help expand our outreach and just our overall influence in our community was to make t-shirts. T-shirts that say Raging Cybots, First Robotics, and then have all of our names on it. Links to our YouTube, subscribe, our YouTube, our Instagram, follow us, and our website. Go ahead and visit. And just overall a way that people could easily have something that would be able to spread word about our team, about First, about everything that it stands for. And so I got to designing, and since our whole thing is obviously dressing really formally, fancy, what I actually did was I made the front of the t-shirt like those t-shirts that have the like formal kind of tuxedo design on the front, like just the printed thing. And then on the back, then that's where all the information would be. Yeah, just overall a way so that it's one big thing that we can honestly take and copy onto other things like posters, because it's just a list of general information about our team that people can use to visit all sorts of different places of information, especially because our website actually has, if you check out the website, go ahead, the link is somewhere in the description. Could be over here, could be over here, who knows.
Those t-shirts designs are really cool. But what does a beginning phase of a design look like? Well, currently we're at the beginning phase of one of our designs, our YouTube banner.
So you probably noticed that I don't think we actually have one right now. I'm in the thumbnail process right about now. And one of the biggest challenges has probably been the sizing of it. Because at least for the logo, I was able to decide that on my own. I just knew, it's a picture around these dimensions. But for the banner, it's so thin, I have to come up with something that can go all the way across. And I've played with a couple ideas. Like here you can see I played with the ideas of drawing everybody on our team just at a tournament with our robot over in the corner. That one didn't work out too well because I'm not the greatest at drawing people. And then there were a couple of other ideas I played with, and I'm still playing around with a few ideas. So after I finish the thumbnail process, then I will go into more of like the general sketches, and then from there I'll go into lining and coloring and then shading. Yeah.
So that's it. That's our graphic design process, which is very important for the marketing in First Robotics. Just like engineering, graphic design is full of problems and solutions. It is great learning opportunities for us and you. So thank you so much for tuning in, and see you guys next video.
If you want to follow us on our robotics journey, like and subscribe and click the notifications bell, and see you in our next video.